Okay, thank you. Let's take a look at it. So again, let's just let it play. So we're facing the tank debuff, or trying to in the same location always, right? So we've got Bragg here. The debuff is just going this way. Really, every like intermission cycle, it's going this way. And we only change where the debuff's going at the end of the fight. But we'll get there. Swap is on 2. We just change positions there with Bragg. Eventually, when we're doing the no dispel strat, when you all have the like growing circle debuffs, that timing can be a little bit different. But not too bad as you're hitting other tanks with it. On like non-tanks, it's probably more of a concern. Nothing to grip here because there's no intermission yet. We AMS to the first stack there. We're going to N'Zoth Trinket to the second, and that covers us every single time. I feel like maybe I said this once before. So the mind controls went out there before everyone gets the growing circle thing. The mind controls can happen. We saw that through a quick stun just so no one else gets MC'd. And we're just DPSing, boss. We get the fuck out of the way when we're not taking the beam. And now we're just always cognizant of the size of the circle, right? And one thing I think was handy to start training your mind to do, or training my mind to do, especially doing the movement here, and I end up doing a lot of movement for a DK, is making some kind of mental note when your circle gets big and explodes. Boom, you see it pop right there. Once it pops, I can walk over people. I won't hurt them, but I might hurt myself. So I just don't want to kill anybody else. I can usually take a little bit of extra damage, not a big deal. So I know that second stack is coming. When the boss dies, I'm going to be moving. I'm tanking out. I'm going to move him in position in the cubby. All those cubby positions, and really these positions out here are assigned. At least this is more loosely assigned. The cubby positions are strictly assigned. But find something that works for you guys. That's all that matters. So I know I'm taunting here. I know I'm going to be moving here because boss is going to die. And I'm just watching for my circle. So I know now I can move, right? I can be safe to move. I won't hit anybody. My circle just exploded. I still have plenty of time, right? So in a Des Advance, I'm going to pick up the ad, and I'm just going to move him into position. We've got 4 lines here, all set up ahead of time of who's going to be standing where. I'm standing on top of a Holy Pally here in like the second row. 1 row up here, another row back here, a 3rd row behind, and even a 4th row behind that you probably can't really see right now. The ad does hurt a little bit. I'm facing him to hoping to be able to parry some extra melees or something when he's not charging or going the fuck away.
This pops, we go.
So again, we know we're moving out when this organ dies. I'm watching the size of my circle. When I see it pop, I know I can start moving now, right? It just popped, organ's dying soon. So I know I'm good to move. And I'm pretty slow, so I like to move ahead of time. I ended up just using Vamp Blood every single time I did this, every time. I mean, healers are moving. There's a lot of hectic shit happening, as you guys can see all those circles out there on the screen. So I just figured, like, a little extra help from the healers in that time can't be bad. I am using Conflict and Strife Major here. I don't think it was super necessary, but every now and then it was good. That was a pretty good moment for it. I'm the only DK in the raid, so that probably helps lean towards that decision. So at this point, I'm trying to really my main goal, unless I hear someone call for specific help, is I'm looking for bloods that I can grip when I have a window to grip, because sometimes I'm going to be taunting boss, sometimes my circle's big, sometimes I'm just not going to go out there whenever the fuck I want to, right? I have to either not be tanking boss, my circle has to not be growing where it's going to kill somebody, but if I get an opportunity, my plan is to just grip shit into melee, and I can see this is going to die, so we're good, right? Second stack goes off here just based on like how we're facing. It's not a lot of shit I'm able to grip at this point, but I'm trying to look out for bloods. Bloods are only going to be spawning back here at this point. Throwing out D&Ds for the slow, which is the talent I use, could be helpful as well. First stack AMS again. Test Disruptor will do nothing since we're all debuffed. And a little minor tidbit, when you're swapping with the big ad up, just do a taunt swap there. Like when the active tank, takes off, pick up the ad, boss tank goes, it just smooths out the damage a little more, I think. So since off trinket, you can time that movement between tanks so you're not imploding on each other, but it really didn't seem to do too much. Okay, so check this out here. So I just got relieved. I taunt the ad to make sure it's on me, but it dies anyway. I know my circle just exploded there, right? So I'm safe to move. Ad dies, and I'm looking for shit to grip. So I'm fucking off over here. I'm standing in purple, which sucks. But I'm just trying to be aggressive with the grips. I probably could have even stayed out and got another one, but I knew I was going to be growing soon, and I just didn't want to hit people. If someone dies here, we wipe. It's as simple as that. Someone dies, we blow up, we wipe. So my circle just got big. I'm looking for something to grip. I see something in the back there, and you can tell I changed my mind because I know that my taunt's coming up here. I don't want to burn Death's Advance because I like that getting into position for intermission, and we're about to be there now. So I just choose to do nothing. So again, as we're coming up to intermission, again, right? Boss is about to die. That means intermission's happening. Cognizant of the circle, right? It just exploded. It's getting small again. So I know I'm safe to move. I think at this point, do we move quickly? Yeah, we do. So we're growing, but because we were kind of watching our circle there, we knew we were safe, and we were. We got into position without hitting anyone else with our circle, and we're here doing the shit that we need to be doing. If you are huge, or if you're growing when that happens, maybe you decide to wait in the middle there for, 5 seconds or so. Just stay in the middle. Stay out of people's way with the ad, and then disadvance your way into there when you pop. At least that's what I did. So we know the thing is dying. Our circle is getting small. We have a plenty easy window here to move. So we're wheelchair class, so we move out a little bit sooner, no problem. A huge cluster back here. I don't really like this at all.
So much shit here.
Yeah. I think there's just kind of some traffic waiting for the tank beam to go.
Okay.
I think maybe in hindsight I would like to see the beam go back here at this point, but, no big deal. So I'm looking for grips when I'm able to. There's a D&D slow when I'm able to. So again, looking for grips. I know that was in melee for the most part. We're going to D&D slow this as well. But the thought is, bring it into melee, bring it right under the boss, and it's going to get more damage from cleave. I think we did a double grip there just to make sure that no one got touched. And we're swapping here. Pick up the big ad when we swap just to, alleviate the damage a little bit on the active boss tank. Because the beam can really hurt. Unless you're a Blood Decay, it's pretty damn easy. So we're trying to not move and do ad control when possible. Grips and slows when possible. We have a slow, we use it. Could have been better. We can get a quick grip here. So even that, that's this grip right here. Like when we first started progress, I probably wouldn't have done this grip. I just missed it. But I feel like this grip is worth it. Like this could be on someone over here as far as I know. It doesn't look, maybe it's going to this guy, but it doesn't look like it's on someone right away. I think the other night I would have not gripped this, but tonight I wanted to grip these, and it seemed like a good play because the extra damage from being in right at the boss. And look, it's going right through the middle, it's dead. So that grip probably did better than maybe it's you might lead to believe. So first stack AMS, second stack is Trinket again, just always, every time.
Let's do this. Let's do some work here.
So for this final intermission, we have one organ, which is behind me here, that we're going to be killing. We have ads coming from here, ads coming from here. For this organ, I'm going to be out in the middle of the room. Brag's going to be doing my job on the organ, tanking the ad. That frees me up to just do maybe some grips from behind.
Fuck off when I can.
So I know I'm about to be big and exploding.
Okay, fuck off now.
So I'm just trying to get out of people's way, right? Get out of people's way, do ad control when possible, let Bragg do, what he needs to do tanking in there, and just fuck off and let people hopefully stand in DPS as best I can, right? So grip at D&D slow. I think we're going to do another grip here. Probably didn't need to do that. Again, if we pop anybody here, we wipe. If an ad starts trucking somebody and he dies, we wipe. That quickly, instantly. Just because of all the debuffs goes on. It's a chain reaction. One goes, we all go. And it's just, there's no recovering. So we're being very cautious. We want to make sure that you're in melee when the boss spawns. Uh, Otherwise, someone's going to get smashed. Okay, so we're in the final part of the fight, right? Lust will be coming up here. At this part of the fight, we're turning the boss frontal away from. Normally, it was pointed over this direction at triangle, which would be a pretty bad call when the whole raid is stacked over there, killing that organ. So instead, we're going to put it to the front of the room, where hopefully there's a lot of purple. And I'm just giving an audible again, even though we do that every time, just to make sure no one's standing in front of me there. So we got to this phase a couple times cleanly, ended up wiping to ads, or just, again, one death and we're dead. So the thought is here for us, at least at this point, was ad control, right? Clear out the bloods as much as we can. Don't overlap people with debuffs. And just ad control mindset. We delayed the swap here a second just so Brad doesn't get exploded. Nice job, Brad. And so I'm doing some slows here. I don't want to go through this purple shit. And I don't want to be too aggressive going for grips here. So I could have gone over that purple and go for those grips. I just didn't want to do it. I didn't want to risk dying and risk the wipe at this point. Again, the focus really for the whole raid is still ad control at this point. We haven't even lusted. We have plenty of time. We have 8 minutes and 50. And the boss enrages at 10 minutes. So we still have plenty of time where we just lusted. We're going to fuck them up. So bloods are still out there.
Baby.
We're not really in a position to grip much at this point. Maybe we can get that guy. Nope. We're trying to get that guy, but it looks like we're just not in line of sight.
Let's
D&D
go, baby.
slow.
Let's kill this shit.
Kill it indeed. The thought is at this point for us was CC bloods, roots, or whatever you can. Just get the fuck away from him and hopefully survive. Again, I'm hesitant to go over that purple stuff right now. I don't want to be too aggressive on the grips because it looks like kill is imminent. That was an excellent knockback. That gives me an opportunity to do a grip there. What was that?
Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby.
That was a grip? Yeah. Nice. So I think DKs are really good here. I think that probably is self-explanatory. I don't know if the third DK bot would have been valuable here or not. We didn't use one, but it seemed like it was difficult. It was difficult. But if you're the solo DK, just gripping it every time that you can, seemed like a good call. Even if it's right under melee or something, it seemed worth it. Yeah, don't chain reaction the raid.